And now, another exciting episode of As the River Churns.
Well, happy Wednesday afternoon. Lisa, it's beautiful outside.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, we're not outside.
It's a little windy.
If we could do an episode outside, that'd be kind of fun.
We would love
wouldn't it?
that.
Yeah, we would really like that very much. So, comment about the picture?
I thought it was very interesting. Yesterday, Whitney went to pick up her first order. Well, I say first order. It's going to end up being a couple orders because of the volume.
Yes.
She went to get the order from the ABC store, and she legally could not transport all the alcohol that was ordered. So she had to go back today to get the second order. We were hoping we'll get it done in 2 orders and not have to do a third.
Yes.
So so it was, they were kind of surprised at the volume. They wondered what size party we were having.
Yes.
And we said we weren't partying. It's individual people.
Yes.
So
I keep hearing that we want to add a D to the end of ABC for dandy because we're going there all the time now.
All the
so
time.
I think that's really good. So,
oh,
well, that's pretty exciting,
yeah,
actually.
yeah, it is.
So, that will probably get a lot better response from people if they're drinking and watching the show at the same time.
Well, that's true. It'd make the show a lot better.
It might. It may make it wash down a lot better that way.
It might.
Okay, so we mentioned that we have a couple of guests, but we're gonna hold them off and bring the guests in a little later in the show. We thought we'd get through our normal kind of routine here first.
Right.
So, and that first part of that is the trivia question, right?
Okay, and the question today is from Dan Phillips.
Thank you, Dan.
And this is in the spirit of Scott Lottie's question, which we had on Monday. What Statler Brothers song that peaked in January 1966 describes our current condition, including ideas of things to do when you are under a stay-at-home order?
Whoa,
So
that's a mouthful.
this is a interesting one. I think Dan's trying to stump us because he knows if nobody guesses it, he gets the prize.
Yeah, well, I don't
Okay,
blame him. I mean,
so-
it's a good plan.
Okay, let me read it one more time.
Please do, yes.
What Statler Brothers song
Yes.
that peaked in January 1966 describes our current condition, including ideas of things to do when you are under a stay-at-home order? So, the number to call, Michelle is ready. She's in the studio audience, ready to run out of the room with the first call that has the winning answer. It is 336-389-4103. 336-389-4103. Okay, the phone lines are open, and she's running out of the room already.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Okay, somebody's getting this.
So, 1966, you weren't even around then.
No.
No. Yeah.
No, but you were, right?
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
around then. Yes,
Yep.
I was.
I was a few years after that.
Yeah, you were still the
so-
twinkle in your father's eye at that point, I think. So,
Yeah, I think so.
speaking of twinkle, we probably need to turn our...
Oh, I forget this every time. I need a helper that will just help me with this.
Yes.
But
I think you can do it.
Okay, I got
faith in
this.
you. All right, good job. All right,
Okay.
well, good luck to the winner here.
Okay.
Bottle of wine.
bottle of wine, yes.
Okay, so let me get to a little bit more of the serious side of our show, which is just doing a quick update of the daily stats. We did not have our show yesterday, so the stats I'm going to give you as of today. So it's from a 2-day period since the last I gave you was Monday. But as of today, according to the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services, we have the state of North Carolina has 67,827 completed tests done for the COVID-19. Out of that, 5,123 are positive confirmed cases. So that's about 7.5%. And so as far as cases go, since Monday, it's about a 4,500 case increase is how many tests have been done. And since Monday, only 300 of the 4,500 are actually been positive. So that's a really good sign, in my opinion. as we see those numbers go up. Unfortunately, since Monday, we've had more deaths in the state. We are at 117 as of today. We were at 86 on Monday. So that's 31 since Monday, which, unfortunately, we know that's what's going to happen for a little while until we reach our peak, which we hope will be sometime here. According to models, by the end of this week, we should be hitting our peak time. And then we have currently 431 people that are hospitalized with COVID-19. I'm questioning the number that they had on the report for Monday, because they had 313 on Monday. And yesterday it was actually 418, and Friday was 423. I'm thinking maybe they had a misprint on Monday's number. Although maybe not, but I think it is. But we're staying right around that low 400 range as far as people that are hospitalized. And we are now up to 93 counties in the state that actually have a case now. And then breaking down the different counties, Mecklenburg continues to have the most positive cases. They did crest over that 1,000 mark today. They're at a 1,015, and that's 45 more cases than what they were. Let's see if I got that. That was as of Monday, 45 more cases. Wake is next with 510 cases, and that's 34 more than Monday. Durham is 330 cases, which is 43 more than Monday. Orange County is 161, which is 10 more than what they were Monday. And then, around us here, Guilford is at 149. That's 11 more than Monday. And Forsyth is 123, which was 6 more than Monday. So, our numbers right around us, although growing, still are not growing anywhere near as much as, the more denser populations. And so, I think we're all hoping and praying we can keep those numbers low here around us specifically. From a selfish standpoint, obviously we want that to stay the case. But, obviously we're still hoping and praying that the numbers can stay down across the state and really across our country. So we're starting to see, if you watch the news, and I'm sure you all are watching it, we're starting to see some signs that maybe New York is peaking and coming around the other way. And so I think we're all taking some hope that that's the case. And so I really am kind of hoping that North Carolina is going to peak here. And I really do think, I said this on Monday, but I really think we're being very successful, not just here, but in North Carolina, of flattening that curve that they were talking about. That we started early here at River Landing, but we started early as a state as well. And so I'm encouraged, and I think there's some real hope. And so we'll continue to monitor that and see how that goes. But I think it could be, it's a little early yet, but it could be some encouraging news coming out of this. So, okay, that's the daily state stats. Lisa, we have news about some very important topics that we like to talk about here.
Yes.
I know that when we had Ken here, it's one of his favorite topics.
He loves to talk about this.
Yes.
So we all know it's toilet paper.
Toilet paper, it's one of his favorite things to talk about. Yes.
So we've been talking about that we're going to figure out a way to have some supplies available to you all to purchase using your dining dollars. Toilet paper, rolls of paper towel, and Kleenex. We'll have those available starting on Friday of this week. So there'll be a notice put out today. That way you kind of get all the details with it. But just kind of to give you some pointers on it, if you're an outside resident, you will order any one of those. So toilet paper, paper towel, Kleenex, when you're calling in your food orders. So you'll add that. It's going to be on our grab-and-go menu. That people can add those items, and then we'll just charge it to your dining dollars. Each of those items, they're all $1 a piece. So if you just want one roll of toilet paper, that's $1. They'll subtract that from your dining dollars. If you want toilet paper, a roll of paper towels, and Kleenex, we'll subtract $3. So very reasonable. Now, we have an available supply right now. We don't know how long it will last.
Right.
This is above and beyond what we can use here at River Landing, so our vendors have been very good to us, trying to help us out with this process, but they don't know either how long their supplies last. So this will be until supplies last. We're asking you to limit it to 2 items, 2 per item. Don't worry about getting so much that you have enough for a month, 2 months.
Yeah.
This is really start looking at it from week to week.
That's right.
So we figure most folks won't need more than a couple rolls of toilet paper in a week, or paper towels or Kleenex and things like that. So just remember that we're trying to give this opportunity to all the community members. And if you have a good supply of toilet paper, paper towels, Kleenex, then you don't even need to worry about ordering these items.
And we hope you do. But
right,
but for
right,
those folks that
absolutely.
can't get it right now, and sometimes
That's right.
the grocery stores we know the shelves are empty.
Exactly.
So it's
Paper
hard to
products
get it.
are challenged.
You have to be lucky and get it on the right
You do,
day,
you
seems
do.
like,
Yep.
for some of the products.
Yep. And just as a reminder, they're not the brand names that we all know. It's not Charmin
Right.
and all those good names. It is commercial grade products. So just want to remind you of that too.
If you squeeze this toilet paper, I think it crumbles, doesn't it?
Well,
So
it doesn't feel as soft as Charmin.
it doesn't. It doesn't feel that true.
But it does the job, right, Tom?
I believe it does.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're good.
Yes.
We're good.
It's good enough for our public bathrooms, so I would think it would be good enough for
I think it's
somebody
good.
at home.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, we want to talk about the reverse raffle,
Yes.
too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're very excited to announce we've sold over half the tickets.
Already?
Yes.
That's fantastic.
I mean, it's pretty amazing. Less than a week, we've already sold 153, 54 tickets.
That's
so
fantastic.
very exciting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and for those of you that have not done one of these with us before, I think we realized after talking it up on Friday,
Right.
we just assume everybody knows what a reverse raffle is, and the reality is not everybody knows that. Not everybody's had a chance to go through that with us. And so,
Right.
in the simplest terms, and you can correct me when I get
Sure.
it wrong, okay? In the simplest terms, you basically are buying a ticket for the reverse raffle, and you are assigned a number between 1 and 300. And then we have a big bingo machine that's up here on the stage, and one by one we draw out bingo balls that are numbered from 1 to 300. And the goal for you in the reverse raffle is not to have your ball drawn out of
That's the reverse
hopper.
part. Yes.
Because you want to be at the end, you want to be one of the last 5 people that still has a number in, because then you get a chance for big money then at
Yes.
that point.
Yes.
Because the winner's share, the total winner's share is $3,000. So the last 5 people at the end, we're going to be calling them on the phone, because we're going to get phone numbers from everybody that takes a number. And we're going to call you, and we're going to ask you to work as a group, and you can decide if you want to split that $3,000 between you, or does one person want to keep it going and
Say,
everybody
"Let it
else
ride."
has to go with it.
Yep.
And then we start drawing another number out, and somebody goes out. And then there's a chance also, as you're going along, if your ball is pulled early on and you're not one of the last 5, there's a chance for you to actually buy another raffle ticket, not a $25 one, but a special raffle that we would do that we call Second Chance. And that's an opportunity for you to be able to have a chance to win either the red ball or the blue ball. We do 2, and we add those balls in at the 10 mark. When we get down to 10, we add those 2 in. So those folks have a really good chance. They got a 1 in 12 shot at being in the final numbers there. So they got really good chance for being able to get in it. So even if you have a number that's in the final 10, you might still want to do the raffle.
You could get another chance.
You might get another chance,
Right.
right? So anyway, it's pretty exciting.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
And, of course, the best part of it, to me, is the entertainment part of it, that comes from usually our co-host, or our host, I should say, of the event. And I don't know if it's co-host because, it seems like it's a different person. Even it's the same body, it's a different person every time that kind of presents themselves to do the entertainment part. And so, I think those of you that have been here before know that I've had a couple of tables of people from my church that come, and they always want to know when it is, because they said, we want to go see that guy, and he's your chaplain? Is that right? We want to go see that guy. He makes it worth it. We don't even care if we get out of the contest.
I know.
We go for just the entertainment value of that,
Yep.
and just think that is awesome. So.
Yep. And also throughout the night, we enter everybody into a raffle drawing as well. So that's in addition to your regular raffle ticket.
Yes.
We'll draw prizes throughout the night that range in different money values.
Yeah, for the ball sponsors, right?
Right, for ball sponsors.
Thank you. I forgot about that.
So that gives you additional chances to win prizes.
Right. And so what we'll have for this one, because we usually do that for only the people that show up for the event.
Right.
In this case, we'll do, it'll be all
everybody's name.
300, right?
That's right.
All 300
That's
tickets.
right.
So,
Yep,
so that'll be
absolutely.
good. Yeah, that'll be really good.
Yep.
And we usually give away $400 to $500.
We do.
In ball sponsorships
Yep.
that night. So
So
anyway,
a lot of fun.
come join us. If you haven't done it before, it's a lot of fun. And when I say come join us through the TV, because you can't be here, obviously, physically, unfortunately, this time. But, I'm hoping that by the time we get to November, for sure,
Right.
that we'll be able to go back to our normal setup, which is having folks coming into this great
Right.
room to be able to do this. So.
And I think we also have a great nacho platter that we'll be delivering to everybody that has a ticket.
So we got some special food, like a nacho platter, like
Yep.
you said. And, if you also want some alcohol to go along with that, we can help with that as well. So,
Absolutely.
But the nachos is part of your
ticket. Right.
Okay. So if you have any other questions about the reverse raffle, please seek Lisa or myself or Michelle or Cindy or, there's a whole host of people that know it, or even ask your neighbors if you want to. Just stay 6 feet away from when you ask them. But, ask your neighbors, because I think a lot of people really enjoy that. It's usually a really great event. And this is something new that we're trying to do it through the in-house channel. So. Okay, so we had some questions, right? We want to get through before we get to our guests?
Yes.
All right. Let's see what the questions are today.
It's a walking question.
All right.
Ready?
All right.
Can I walk in the river landing neighborhoods?
Can you walk in the river landing neighborhoods?
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
You can. You can walk in the river landing neighborhoods. The only area that we have kind of kept off limits is basically a 50-yard perimeter around the hybrid homes, the hybrid apartments. So, we're asking you not to walk up that way. Don't go through the buildings. Don't go into the parking lots. Don't go underneath the buildings. Please stay away from that particular area. But anywhere else on the campus is fine for you to walk. And our golfers, before we get any more questions about it, our golfers are fine for playing number 8. They're focused on playing their golf. There shouldn't be anybody on the golf course anyway, because everybody should be off the golf course by 9 o'clock. Anybody that's walking should be off by 9.
Right.
So the golfers shouldn't have any interference going through there and playing the new number 8 at this point. So, but we're just asking you, like about a 50-yard perimeter around the hybrids. Just stay away right now, because all those folks are coming in. They're very excited about being here. They're following our rules as far as the quarantines go. We're contacting them and on a daily basis and making sure they're doing okay. And so I think so far it's been very good.
It has, yes. Okay, I ordered a reverse raffle ticket. When will I get my ticket?
Yeah. So these are going to be great because they're like, we're going to be computer generating tickets, right? So Michelle's working on that as we speak. And I think starting next week, we're going to start putting those in your boxes, right?
Yep, absolutely. So if you haven't gotten your ticket by the end of next week, then you'll want to call us and say, for some reason I didn't get my ticket. So give her next week to be able to get the tickets out.
Yeah, but if I know Michelle, she'll start having them out on Monday, I'm guessing, and she'll have them all. She's got this pretty form that she's made up, and it's going to be, you're going to have your name on it. It's going to have your number that you've been assigned, and so it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be really cool tickets this time. So.
Okay, let's see. How are the other PHI communities doing with the virus? And can you give us an update on their construction projects like Glen Aire's expansion?
Yeah, so first of all of the other PHI communities are doing well. I still have that phone call a couple times a week now with the executive directors from those communities, with our corporate office folks. I'm going to knock wood here, but so far, all of the communities have been able to keep out the coronavirus out of our communities, and we're hoping that that'll be the case for the future, obviously. A lot of the communities we're pretty much doing the same things at each of the communities, but the communities are different. The look and the makeup of the communities are different. We have an advantage over some of the communities because we only have right now one entrance coming in and going out. So we can really control the visitors and the traffic that's going through our campus. Some of the other communities don't have that luxury being able to do it. Some of the other communities don't have a security team like we do and are able to be able to do some of the things that we're being able to do here. So we're very blessed in that way. But the other communities are doing well. They're all having the same fun with trying to find masks and personal equipment, personal protection equipment. But as an organization, we have seen now through the beauty of our residents here that are making masks and through being able to purchase through some retailers now some masks, that we're in pretty good shape with our PPE here at River Landing. So I really feel very good about that if we end up having a case here at some point, we have the equipment that we need to be able to take care of that situation. And I've mentioned before that we've got that we've taken part of the Wingfoot area, that's actually that whole hall that used to be the short-term rehab, and that we have converted that now into like an isolation area, and if we were to have a case here, we could take a resident into this isolation area there and take care of them. So I think we're well set up for that if we ever have that situation. And the other communities are doing exactly the same kinds of things that we are. They've all stopped housekeeping. You know, we're doing a little different because we've got our clean team, so, you know, maybe we're a little bit of advantage over some of the other ones, other communities. But like I said, they're all doing well. And as far as construction goes, you know, all the communities have some sort of construction either planned or in the middle of. I could tell you Glen Eyre, this was about the time that Glen Eyre was actually going to start the first phase of their plan, which is a renovation of their dining spaces and some of their common areas, and they have delayed that for obvious reasons. They don't want a whole lot of construction going on in an area right now where there's residents and there'd be a lot of potential for cross-contamination. But all the other projects are still on the table, still moving forward. Most of the other projects are additions, not renovations, and so I think Friends Home is going to start sometime this fall, if I'm not mistaken, and Glen Eyre, I think, is also, for their bigger addition, was going to start towards the end of the fall, beginning of next year. So I think all that's still on track at the moment, but we'll see how that all works out.
Okay, I have a last-minute question here that I didn't get on our agenda, Tom.
Oh, okay.
I know we have the answer for this one.
Okay.
Can you add Clorox wipes to the paper product items that we can purchase?
Boy, I wish we could.
I wish we could, but unfortunately, we cannot get any of those products in bulk.
Yeah.
If you have tried to order from Target or any grocery store, usually they're limiting it even to one per person, if they even have it.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we have to say no to the Clorox wipes. We just can't get them in bulk.
Yeah, I wish we could.
Right.
But they're a hot commodity right now.
They are.
Wipes.
Yep. Yep.
Probably even more so than toilet paper, because
I think they are.
we're still having some luck
getting
getting toilet paper
Right.
and paper towels and Kleenex, but we have tried to be able to get the Clorox wipes.
Yeah,
They're just
can't
not
get 'em.
getting them right now. So everybody's using them.
Right. Okay, one last question.
Okay.
And this person wants to remain anonymous.
Okay.
Okay?
Or is it unanimous?
I don't know. Okay. How do you drink wine while wearing a mask?
Very
It's an
carefully.
important question.
Yes, very carefully, I think. I don't know how to answer that question. I would think you'd have to take the mask off to drink
I would
the
think
wine.
you would.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to do that. As long as you're in your home,
Yeah. Otherwise, you're going to get it all over you.
it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
So
Then you've wasted all that wine, and I just don't think that's a good.
that's true.
Yeah.
We're having someone demonstrate it here in the audience. So
Oh, is it okay?
it is possible. It is possible. You just raise the mask up a little bit, put the straw underneath, and you're good to go. Okay.
All right.
Is it time?
This is going to be our favorite time. We
Oh,
get to introduce our
boy.
special guest. So without further ado, we have Ann Regan and the unknown comic from The Gong Show. Let's give them a hand. Yay!
Yes.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. So good to be here. So good to be anywhere.
It's great to be back on stage. It really is.
We are so excited to be out of our house and actually see a few people
Yes.
and see all of you out there in TV land. Yay. This is
Absolutely.
great.
So I don't know if you both had a chance to watch The Gong Show repeat yesterday, or but I know Lisa and I got a chance to actually watch it, and we had forgotten some of the stuff that had actually
Oh,
been
yeah.
done.
We had to.
Yeah.
And there was just some great stuff that were part of that. You know, the unknown comedian, I don't know, I still don't understand today why you were getting gonged every time you were coming out.
I don't
That's-
either.
I was a little confused about that myself, and a little disappointed, I might add. But getting up here and telling 15 jokes that are presentable, it's not easy. It's not easy. Did the best I could. I want to thank those people that laughed, especially the jokes they'd heard 6 times before. But here again, I just had to go with what I had.
But you know,
Right.
it's all about the delivery, don't you think? It's all about the delivery of the joke.
No question, no question. And my delivery, I thought, was impeccable. regardless of what the crowd thought.
Well, you certainly had it in the bag, that's for sure.
I did. Yeah, I had it in the bag the whole way.
So, we were privy to some information about a baby or something at the Gong Show. Do we want to talk about that a little bit?
I would love to talk about that.
Okay.
My son, some of you may remember, I brought him with me today. He's a good-looking kid. He's a clip off the old bag. What do you think?
Oh.
His mother and I,
Identical.
we share joint custody. I'm not sure what her name is, but she seems like a nice person. And I can't remember where I met her. It's either in Las Vegas or Winston-Salem or
yeah.
Colfax. I don't recall. I just don't recall.
It was probably Vegas.
It probably was.
It wasn't Darla Mae, was it?
No.
Okay.
But this is my son, and he's a good kid. He's going to grow up to be a really, really fine young man. I'm proud of him.
So do we have a name? Did you mention a name? Maybe I missed that.
His name is William Raymond, and we call him Billy Ray.
Billy Ray?
Billy Ray. He's going to be a running back at Clemson University someday. I feel very confident he will be there. He's going to be a good athlete.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I hope he doesn't get sacked either.
Oh, gosh.
The peanut galleries make it.
Yeah, I
funny.
know.
See,
Well,
you,
Sounded like
Maybe
Sherman.
you could train him by having him run up and down the grocery aisles.
Oh yeah. He is up and down all the time. He's quick. He's really quick.
will he be a bagger in the grocery?
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
He could be. He may be a
could be.
bagger at the grocery store when he's a teenager. Got a few years to go. Good kid though.
This is going downhill.
It has been.
Before it even started, it was
we
going
haven't even
downhill.
started. So I think we had decided that this would be a really great time to unveil the real person behind the bag. Is that right? This would look good.
For those who don't remember or don't know, it's me.
Yay! Bob Regan! Yay!
Thank you.
Woo! You know, I think even after we did the original Gong Show, there were a lot of people that didn't know who the unknown comic
They
really
did.
was.
That's probably
That's
a good thing. That might be a good thing. I wish that was still the case.
Yes. Now, I have to ask you this question. You know, when you saw Bob with the bag on during the show, there was a rumor that you actually made him keep it on after that.
Oh,
some
there
reason.
are times when that happens, yes. Some people have time out. He has, go put the bag on your head. But you notice we saved the bag. So,
Yes.
yeah. And it
Absolutely.
has more fingerprints on it and a little age. So, yeah, it's been used.
Well, that was such a great time with the Gong Show, and I don't know, did you have a favorite part of that other than the obvious ones that you were a part of? Was there a favorite act out of that?
I loved the painting of the pig at the end. I had forgotten all about that. And I laughed out loud when I saw that yesterday.
Yes.
That was so well done, and of course I knew what was going to happen, but I loved that part.
Yeah, we had Bob Ross. So
Yeah,
we
that was
actually
really
had
neat.
somebody that sent us an email, right, Lisa, afterwards?
Well, actually talked to me in the hallway, 6 feet apart. They said, was that really done by Bob Ross? And I said, you have got to watch the Gong Show on
To
Tuesday.
find out, right?
And it will answer your question.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
That was
Yes,
great.
that was
I
good.
wish it had been done by Bob Ross.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
It'd be
So-
worth lots of money.
Now, Ann, do everybody know what your role was in the Gong Show?
I was Ernestine,
Yes.
and that was from several seasons ago when we did Laugh In.
Yep.
And I think all of you would remember Ernestine. It was Lily Tomlin. She was the cute little telephone gal. And she did a lot of this. And I did a Lily Tomlin Ernestine skit in the Laugh In. So
That's right.
as Ernestine, I was invited to be one of the judges, and I chose not to be her today. I decided to be Ann Regan today because a lot of you didn't see that, and a lot of you haven't seen me forever,
Yeah.
and I just thought I would come as me today. So,
Well, we
and
love
anyway,
that.
Kathy Hoyt had to do my wig, and she would have to get too close to me
Oh,
to do that, so we decided I would
Good
just
choice.
be me today.
that's
So
right.
And you had to sit with Arnold Schwarzenegger
I did.
Yes.
I did.
and Cousin Eddie, right?
Arnold behaved. Cousin Eddie was something else. Oh, but it was fun. We had a great time. It was really fun.
How about you, Bob? How about from the Gong Show? Was there a favorite part for you?
Yeah, I like the unknown comic. I thought he was probably the highlight of the show. No, I got a big kick out of the act that Amy Rosen did. Put the
Yes.
makeup
Yes.
on.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
one of my
I thought that
favorites.
was
Priscilla.
really
Priscilla.
clever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was very clever.
I don't think everybody knows that the hands for Amy was actually her husband.
Yeah, I
Right,
did not know
right.
it.
That was her
We were
husband.
watching
doing that.
yesterday. I said, her hands look so funny. Ann said, that's her husband.
It was
Because I was backstage. I didn't see the
Sure,
original
sure.
act.
well, and funny because we talked to Michelle and Cindy who were backstage during that part of that show, and they were laughing hysterically because Amy, who had her hands behind her, was hitting her husband and pinching his legs really hard because he wasn't doing what she wanted him to do,
And he was loving it.
and he was
So,
loving every
yep,
second of
yep.
it. So, and
I
of
heard
course,
she was pulling the hair on his legs.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was-
that may have been.
Yep.
And the more she did that, the more he
the more he
misbehaved.
messed up. Yes. So, I agree with you, Bob. That was one of my favorite
Yeah.
parts. Was the Amy.
Well, it was all good.
It
was
was.
I
It
just
was.
can't believe Mother music was gonged. That broke my heart.
Yeah.
I know.
I'd forgotten that. I'm not sure you can gong Mother music, but
I
anyway,
know.
Mama music.
Mama
yeah.
Mama
music,
music.
yeah.
Yes.
It broke
Yep.
my heart.
Yep.
And it was nice to see some friends that we know now have departed us
Right.
who were
Yeah.
part of that
Yes.
as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
it was good to see them. So,
Yep.
so and then Bob, that was a special week, that 15th anniversary week, because we did all that throwback stuff. We had the dating game, we had the Tell the Truth, and then we did the Gong Show. And I mean, that was an exhaustive week of stuff, but it was a great week of stuff. So you were a big part of the dating game as
Yeah,
well.
as a matter of fact, I was. I didn't get picked by Darla Mae, and I'm still upset about that. I don't think I'll ever get over that, to be honest with you.
Well, you won the audience.
I think I did.
Yes, you
I
did.
think we
Yeah.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
guy she picked, Sherman,
Yeah.
he is a fraud. I will tell you right. He gets up there on his little smartphone. That's not Sherman. Darla Mae took him to Las Vegas.
Yes.
You think Celine Dion and Donnie and Marie are big in Las Vegas? They're not as big as Sherman. Up and down the strip, everybody knows Sherman now. He is a wild man. Wayne Newton, he couldn't hold a light to Sherman. He's a wild man. But in retrospect,
Yeah.
I think Darla Mae, I wish she'd picked me, but she didn't. The guy in the middle that won the lottery,
Yeah.
he was a nice guy.
He was a nice
was.
guy.
He
Yeah, he
was.
was.
And I think he would have been the perfect choice, but
Well, they say nice guys finish last,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Sherman got more than he bargained for. Did you watch the
Sure.
show last week?
I saw the show Monday. I think Darla Mae got more than she bargained for, if you want to know the truth.
Oh, yep.
That was a lot of fun. That was
It was
that
fun.
was a great.
And don't
week.
forget those wonderful ads.
The commercials.
I almost forgot
Oh,
about
my
that.
gosh.
Who were those two people?
I don't know who those two were.
I
I'm
thought
sorry,
they
those
were,
two
they
actors
were fabulous.
They were amazing.
Yeah.
Those ads were great. And I remember the day we did them. That one when I had my little hose out there trying to water the bushes, and then Scooter got the hose from the fire department for the final.
Yeah.
And he told me, he said, Mr. Regan, I'm going to tell you right now, you better hang on to that hose because when I turn this thing off, and if he hadn't warned me, I think we'd knocked that thing off.
Now we're not going to venture off to the St. Peter's thing from the
No,
other day, right?
no, there's
No.
nothing about
let's stay
taffy.
away from
No,
that.
there's
No.
nothing
We're not
about
pulling
That'd be
anything.
Sherman, all right, though. That'd be Sherman. I'm
No.
telling you. That's just an act.
So,
Sherman.
so another question that's come up is, you just described the one for Niagara, and so we also did Cialis, and
Right.
I think there was a question about, how naked were you in those parts?
Well,
you
I
know?
told Bob the other day, I said, when we moved here to River Landing, did you ever think you would hear Scooter standing behind you saying, I can still see Mrs. Regan's clothes? I think we need to adjust. That's a sentence I probably never thought I would hear. But we were fully clothed. We just
They were
had on-
just
we had
adjusted.
bathing suits and a beach cover up. I think I don't even remember. But anyway, you could still see the beach cover up a little bit, and Scooter was back behind us directing us, and he said, "I can still see Mrs. Regan's clothes." So we adjusted, and then we did it all over again. But
Oh, I love it.
But I love that we were in golf carts instead of the bathtub.
That's right. That's right.
Kevin wanted to do bathtub and couldn't quite figure that out. So
Well, the T-Alice to me just begged of golf course.
It did. Well, it
did.
It did.
And the golf carts itself.
Yeah.
so
So
it worked out.
you all were great sports for doing that. I think you were a little worried about the reaction from the other residents after they were shown, but you all, it seemed like you didn't get a lot of
Well,
negative publicity.
we're still here, and we still have friends.
And I
so-
think your ratings went up,
Oh, did
actually.
they?
I
Oh,
think they
good.
did.
Yeah.
Yes.
so.
I
Yes.
think overall it was well received.
Yes,
Really did.
I agree.
Very favorable.
But we had fun.
Well, you all, like I said, you all were great sports. That was just a lot of fun. That
It
was
was
that
fun.
was
We'll have to do it
great
again.
week worth of stuff.
Yes.
So maybe changing subjects a little bit. So how are you doing, and how are things with how are you dealing with the coronavirus and those kinds of things? I think people would like
Well,
to know.
and for anyone out there who doesn't know, this is my first time being back in the big house since December 12th.
Wow.
And it's just so neat to be back in here. I was diagnosed around Thanksgiving with pancreatic cancer. So I started chemo on December 16th, and I decided, my doctor said, you don't need to be around people. So I decided to do a little distancing, social distancing. Then I had no idea what that meant, but I hibernated. So I've been doing everything you all are doing since December 16th.
Wow.
Wow.
And now I've brought you over to the dark side with me.
So
So there was no
ahead.
adjusting whatsoever to the virus, because I've been wearing a mask, and I've been
yeah.
keeping away from people
Yeah.
since December 16th. So welcome to my world.
So do you have any advice for people that are going through this? Because you obviously went through this many months ago.
I did,
so-
and it was just one of those things that needed to be done, and you
Yeah.
just deal with it and move on. But
Yeah.
I'm doing great. I've had 9 chemos. I have
Wow.
3 more to go, and then hopefully surgery. And so it really has been almost no adjustment. Not going to the grocery store has been an adjustment, but
Right.
anyway, other than that, we've just kind of just moved right along on a daily basis. So, and I do want to say, you all have done a wonderful, wonderful job, and I feel so safe being here. And you have, I know it's been so hard for you. Cindy and I were discussing it earlier. I'm just sorry you've had to do all of this, but we all feel so safe with all of the many, many things that you have done, and you've seemed to think of everything. And we are just happy with the way things are, and feel very, very safe in our little bubble.
Well, thank you. I'll tell you, I know I speak for Lisa and really for the entire staff. You all are precious to us, every single one of you, and we want to do the best we could possibly do to keep you safe. And so that means a lot to hear that from you, and we really appreciate that. And and Ann, I and Bob, both of you, I think from I speak for residents and staff that our thoughts and prayers are with you constantly, and we love you both very much. And so we just, I think it's so great. I know for me, it was just, my heart just kind of started to just kind of grow when I saw you. It's like it's the first time I've seen you in person in months. And so
Well,
it's just so neat to be able
we
to
can
kind of
feel all the love. And honest to Pete, that people say we're family, this has proven we are family. You all have, the staff, all of the residents have taken such good care of us, and they've boosted us with enthusiasm. They boosted us with encouragement, with lots and lots of love. We get virtual hugs every day. And when I walk the campus, like last week, I walked the campus, and I said, Bob, I'll be back in 30 minutes. I'm going to walk the whole loop. Well, an hour and a half to 2 hours later, I come in, and I started explaining to him where he said, you don't have to explain. I know exactly where you've been. I would walk 15 feet, and there was another resident that I had to talk with.
Yeah.
And I'd walk, and then there were people hanging from balconies screaming and yelling, and I had to stop and virtually hug and throw kisses. And everybody has been so wonderful to us, and it is a family. And we just couldn't be happier being here. You all have just made us feel so good, and this is going to continue for
yes.
many more weeks.
Yeah.
And we hope you'll be on this journey with us. So, but thank all of you out there in TV land, and thank all of you for all you're doing. We love every one of you, and we just appreciate everything you've done for us.
So we're looking forward to the 20th anniversary.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
being able to do some more type fun things like we did for the 15th.
We'll be there.
And maybe we could throw in a couple more new commercials.
Maybe
Oh,
so.
absolutely.
What do you
Maybe
think?
so.
Yes.
You write them, we'll do it. Oh, goodness.
Well, we have loved having you both here
Yeah.
today.
Well, thank you.
So
It's
thank
been
you so
much fun. We
I've been looking
look
forward to this day
Well,
for a
we
long
have
time.
too.
We have,
This
yes.
has been fun.
Yep. We just kept praying that this was going to work out, that you could be on our show, and this is awesome. You give us hope.
Well, thanks.
Yes, amen to that.
Yep.
We love being here, and we love being here. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, Lisa, I think we do we have any birthdays
Okay, we
today?
do. We have one birthday today. It is John Scroggins.
Oh, happy birthday,
Hey.
John.
And we're actually, this is kind of strange.
Yes.
In the studio audience, we're
Yes.
looking at a chair with his picture.
Yeah, and it's,
And it says, Happy
happy
birthday.
birthday on it.
I think that's Jill's exercise class that we're looking at. So,
Okay.
happy birthday, John.
John doesn't seem to be doing anything in this.
He doesn't. He's
He doesn't
just,
seem to
he's just
be.
sitting there.
Although he seems happy, though. That's the good
He
thing.
does. Oh,
So. Okay, so I assume we have a trivia winner?
we do. So let me look at
Okay.
my phone
Sorry,
here.
Dan. You don't get the wine.
Oh.
Dan.
No,
Sorry about
no.
that.
Okay, so we do have a winner. And the question was, what Statler Brothers song that peaked in January 1966 describes our current condition, including ideas of things to do when you are under a stay-at-home order? Did
So-
you all know what the answer was before
No.
No?
No.
Okay. So the answer
did.
is, Cindy did? Yeah, she was alive then, so she probably does know the answer. So
Say
For
no.
all of you, before you announce this, for all of you that don't know it, there's been like an ongoing battle between Cindy and Lisa, and Lisa is giving Cindy a hard time about her age. And different things.
I don't know where it came from,
Yeah,
but
and Cindy just keeps turning to her and goes, "You're just mean, Lisa. You're just mean." So there is a dark side to Lisa. I will tell you that. It shows itself every once in a while.
No.
I mean, Cindy's just a few years older than me. I think 7, 8, 9, 10 maybe. But so we like to joke around, and Cindy took my
She's not
position.
laughing.
She's not laughing.
I know,
Not
I know, and I don't know why, but I love Cindy because obviously Cindy came in and took my position when I was being promoted to associate director. So I love Cindy very much.
There you go.
So that's why we tease each other.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She just cut me off. She said she's done. So
Well, my mother-in-law used to say, they don't tease you if they don't love you.
see,
Yeah.
Yeah. You are very loved.
Very loved.
she's very loved here.
All right.
Yes. Okay. So the answer
Yes,
is
answer.
flowers on the wall.
There you
Flowers
go.
on-
Okay. And I have
know
a
it.
few of the lyrics to share here.
Yeah, please. You
Counting-
gonna sing it?
No, no. Counting flowers on the wall, that don't bother me at all. Playing solitaire till dawn with a deck of 51. Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Don't tell me I've nothing to do. So that's the lyrics, and that was some suggestions for staying at home. Watch Kangaroo and smoke some cigarettes. So I'm not recommending this because we are a non-smoking community. I'm just saying that's part of the lyrics.
Yeah.
And that was Dan Phillips' question. So,
Good one.
and the winner is Dee Dee Berry.
Oh,
So
good.
congratulations, Dee Dee.
awesome.
And so a bottle of wine will be heading your way.
Super.
We can
Yeah.
deliver
That's
it.
great.
Yeah.
So, traditionally at the end of our show, we have a joke.
We do.
And
Yes.
so here's the great news. We have one of the best jokesters we have in the community here with us. And so he's proven that time and time again. So he has offered to do at least a joke or a couple jokes for us. So,
Okay.
Bob, turn it over to you.
Thanks, Tom. Before I tell my joke, though, I was sitting here thinking how we're all confined to the community and can't get out and about, and I think back to my parents, and I wonder, how did they kill monotony and boredom before the internet? And I asked my 26 brothers and sisters, and they don't know either. Okay, joke of the day. You know how we have to start our cars once or twice a week and ride around the community, exercise our cars so the batteries won't die. Well, last Friday, Ann took one of our cars out and drove it around, and she came back. She said, I think we got a problem. I said, what is it? She said, the car's not running right. I think there's water in the carburetor. And I said, well, where's the car now? She said, it's in the pond behind the big house.
That could be a problem.
Yeah.
That may be the fourth or fifth time I've told that, but if you laughed at home, I do appreciate it. Billy Ray appreciates it. Unknown Comet appreciates it.
I don't.
And
You know, Bob, I will tell you, one of the best parts to me, and this was kind of going back to what I was saying before about when you were the unknown comic, you know, it wasn't even so much the joke or the bag. It was the little dances and the
Yes.
movements
Oh,
that you
don't
had
egg 'em on.
afterwards.
I was going to say, can you show us?
Brought me so much delight. I mean, that was just hysterical when you would do that. We were just
Oh,
having a
it was
great
cracking
time.
us up yesterday watching it.
I was trying to get people to laugh.
That's right.
And you were the favorite at the dating game. I will tell you that. Because
Yeah,
I did a
yeah.
poll during the
that, Churns.
commercial break, and we were asking the audience that was here, and
I heard that.
I was
Yeah.
really surprised how many people was like, we want the Las Vegas guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that guy.
Dirty
The
old
dirty
man.
old man. Yeah. The
I
whipped
was a
cream
little
and
surprised. Too.
whipped cream and red teddy. That did
Yeah,
it.
that was my answer. I used to kiss you on the...
Well, I think that about does it for our show today. Again, so great to have
Thank
you
you.
both here.
Thank
We
you.
love you both
This was
very
an honor
much.
for us.
Mwah.
Thank
To
you.
all
Thank
of
you.
you.
And thank you all for watching today. So tomorrow is
Yes.
going to be
Cindy and her team,
and Brian and
Yep.
Destiny are going to do some education on
FaceTime, Zoom, Skype, all that good stuff.
right. And then Friday is going to be the Frank L. Bloom team is going to come in
Oh, yeah.
and do an update on some of the
Yes.
constructions. I think they're
Yep.
going to have some pictures and different things to show you.
They are. So if you
So-
can send Michelle and I questions for Friday, make sure we get them before noon on Friday,
Yes.
so that way we can use those on the show Friday.
Absolutely. Yeah, that'd be great. But otherwise, you will see Lisa and I Monday again next week. As a matter of fact, and I don't think there's any problem with saying this, you know, Lisa's actually going to take a much-deserved day off tomorrow. Of course, she's going to be here Saturday as manager on duty. So, and then I'm going to be off on Friday. So it's kind of worked out for
Yep,
us to
it
be able
did.
to do that. And
It
we'll be
did.
back with you on Monday. And we got some great folks doing some great things coming up the next couple of days. But, you know, we love you all, and we hope you have a great rest of the week. God bless.